So the first Raw of 2018 begins with Alexa Bliss bitching about having to go against Asuka. Not defend the championship against Asuka, but going against her. Saying that, okay, why does she have to do this? Do the right thing, Kurt Angle. No, Kurt is not going to change his mind. And she's lucky it's not a title match. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she has the potential to win the Royal Rumble. And if she wins the Royal Rumble, she's going to get a title shot against you. What the fuck are you bitching about that for? I don't understand. That's the fucking rules of the game. So anybody that was going to win the Royal Rumble is going to challenge the champion. Oh, wait, you're going to cheer for someone for SmackDown Live, so you'll have no challenger for WrestleMania. Yeah, that's what you're going to do, right, Alexa? I mean, no. But Kurt says it's not going to change his mind. Lucky it's not for a championship match just yet. His music hits and he walks out. So basically, he comes in the ring and he announces that John Cena is going to be in the Royal Rumble, which gets some boos. He talks about the Raw anniversary that's going to be happening pretty soon, and then he talks about the Royal Rumble. Now, he goes over the rules of the Royal Rumble for men and women's. Okay. So, the women's are going to be exactly the same rules as the men. It better be. I mean, there are problems with that, especially if they're going to be 2-minute intervals, but okay, that's fine. Have that shit. But the thing about it is, there's no way that it's going to equal 30 women from Raw and SmackDown rosters. There has to be some other women that's going to come in and join the rosters, or women from NXT, or women from that tournament. It has to be from that. I mean, okay, look. I was on the Blaze and Melfunski podcast earlier on in the week, and we discussed this. It's like, that's just the way, yeah. Check out Blaze and Melfunski, by the way, either on Spreaker.com or even on iTunes. They do a wrestling podcast just about every week, and basically, they cover Raw, they cover SmackDown, they cover pay-per-views, they make predictions just like me, but they do podcasts instead of just YouTube videos like this. But anyway, we talked about that on their podcast, and it's like, yeah, there's not enough women on a roster on both Raw and SmackDown Live. There has to be women coming from other places. And we're like, okay, certain people are going to debut, come back, or whatever, and I'll go over that over my prediction video that will be coming up within the next couple of weeks. But again, what's good for the men is good for the women, of course. Why the fuck would it be anything otherwise? Yeah, so it'll be 30 women in the Royal Rumble. So, while he's talking about that, Sheamus and Cesaro comes out bitching about last week, saying that they were robbed, and now they're once again accusing Kurt Angle of favoritism because of Jason Jordan. And they showed the footage of after Raw going off the air, where Kurt Angle comes down, gives Jason Jordan a hug, and celebrates with Jason Jordan, him having the new championship. And it's just like, ugh. Oh, God. So, speaking of Jason Jordan, yeah. He comes out. I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro begged for their rematch pretty much, and Angle was like, you'll get your rematch when I say so. Jason Jordan comes out with an enormous amount of boos. Nothing can get this guy over at this time. That's just funny. And he's like, okay, look, if I wasn't deserving, then why do I have this? Pointing to the Raw Tag Team Championship belt. And he's like, there was no favoritism here. I earned this because of my track record. Yeah, he is a former Tag Team Champion on NXT and on SmackDown Live. Okay, fine. But, again, and he does have singles victories over, the bar. But anyway, he threatens Cesaro and is like, look, if you don't shut your trap, yeah, you're going to get another trip to the dentist. So this creates an impromptu match. Cesaro versus Jason Jordan. Duh. But before that happens, Seth Rollins actually comes out and he tries to give Jason Jordan pointers about being a tag team. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're going to give pointers about being a tag team, even though you haven't been much of a team player for the last couple of years, and Jason Jordan is a former NXT Tag Team Champion and a former SmackDown Tag Team Champion. That didn't quite compute with me. He's like, yeah, you came out here alone. You see Sheamus there. What if they would have just beat you down? Whatever happens to you, it affects me because we're tag team champions. Just remember that. And now, since you did that, I'm only out here. Yes, I'll be in your corner, but I'm out here to see you lose, to watch you lose. Did Jason Jordan lose? No. He beat Cesaro, and okay, that's fine. All right. At least he got cheered when he won the match. I mean, it wasn't a bad match, and Sheamus was about to, I think, hit a bro kick on Jason Jordan when Cesaro was holding him and backed up, but Seth Rollins attacks Sheamus, and then that's when Jason Jordan got the other hand due to the distraction of what was going on outside of the ring, and he beats Cesaro. So, Roman Reigns said that he will keep his cool and stay within the rules. He hopes. Okay, because on this episode of Raw, if Roman Reigns gets disqualified, he loses the Intercontinental Championship. Okay, yeah. Bray Wyatt versus Apollo Crews. Okay. Who do you think won this match? Does this match even matter? Bray Wyatt wins. And the way he wins was kind of silly. Dana Brooke gets on the apron. Yes, Dana Brooke, because she's part of Titus Worldwide. And she gets on the apron and tries to distract Bray Wyatt. And it kind of works, but Bray Wyatt scares her and she falls down right on top of... it's just... Look, I hate this Titus Worldwide thing. She falls on top of Titus O'Neil, and Apollo Crews actually hits a kick, and then he tries to go for his signature, and he gets Sister Abigail out of it. Okay, fine. So, when Bray Wyatt wins this match, you get the whole Woken thing. Yes. Yeah. So, okay. Woken Matt talks about the Fireflies becoming Woken Warriors. And at the end of everything, Bray Wyatt will be deleted. Delete. And on the Titantron, it was showing, it was 1 Matt, then 2 Matt, then 2 Matt to 4, then 4 to 16, man. They kept going and going and going. And, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, keep playing those games. So, apparently Enzo Amore was sick. And Nia Jax had some chicken noodle soup and was going to go take it to the hospital while she gets stopped by Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss is begging Nia not to leave. Like, Enzo? Okay, it's either Enzo or me. So, Nia Jax chose Enzo, and she leaves. My chicken noodle soup is getting cold. Just bails on her. Okay, fine. Okay, and it's funny how Alexa was like, oh, our friendship is... Yeah, right. You just want protection. We see through that. And I hope that Nia sees through that too. But, okay. So, Asuka versus Alexa in a non-title match. Guess who wins this one? It was a non-title match. So, of course, Asuka is going to win. And the thing about the Raw commentators is that, yes, this was a match of WrestleMania proportions. This could headline WrestleMania. Really? You think that Asuka versus Alexa could headline WrestleMania? They better do a better match than what they did on Monday night if you're going to try to say that could headline a WrestleMania. Yeah, okay. So, you get Samoa Joe getting interviewed by the wife of the person that he injured. And once again, this is part 2 of this. Yeah, Samoa Joe was like, yeah. And now Dean Ambrose is at home living off his wife's paycheck. And she's right there. And I'm like, shots fired. Once again. Yeah. Talk about Roman Reigns is out of friends. He's out of option. And when, at the end of the night, he's going to be Intercontinental Champion. And thanks to Samoa Joe, the Shield will never be champions together ever again. Okay, yeah, it's because of him. It may be Roman Reigns' yard, but Roman lives in Samoa Joe's world. Fine, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So, you get Braun Strowman versus Rhino at first. And then Heath Slater was being a cheerleader. So Braun Strowman, what does he do? He goes outside the ring and he gets a mic. And he's like, look, either you got 2 options talking to Heath Slater. He's like, you just be a cheerleader or, you can come in and get some of these hands too. So what does he do? He actually gets on the apron. So what? This turned into a handicap match? It was not that I know of. No bell ring or anything like that. Heath Slater actually gets in the ring and starts to beat on Braun Strowman along with Rhino, which doesn't really work out that well. So, Power Slam, Rhino, 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's always chance of one more time when Braun Strowman Power Slams somebody. Always. It never fails. So, what happens? These motherfuckers get choke slam. Nope. Power slam 3 times each. Former SmackDown Tag Team Champion, Power Slam, Power Slam, Power Slam, Power Slam. Fun to watch. Okay. So, from fun to watch to segment ruined. Because Roman Reigns is getting prepared for his Intercontinental Championship match against Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins comes in. He's like, look, I want you to keep your championship. You know, walk out as champions tonight. Want you to remain champion. And Jason Jordan comes in and he's like, look, I speak for Seth Rollins. We have your back. And if the bar interferes, yeah, we will have your back. Believe that. And they looked at each other, you know, the Shield members, and they were like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? Yeah, okay. So, Braun Strowman is walking in the back, and Kane is back there with him, and he wants to plan with Braun Strowman as far as taking out the Beast, talking about they're the 2 real monsters there, and Braun was like, look, I don't care. I'm the real monster here. I'm the only true monster here, and yeah, I will handle things on my own. So basically, he rejects any plan that Kane was going to have. So, Finn Balor he declares himself to be in the Royal Rumble. Duh. And then he's like, okay, talking to Kurt Angle, there's a 6-man tag team match tonight. Elias in the Jizzards, the Jizztaraj, versus Finn Balor and the 2 partners that he chose. Okay, Anderson and Gallows and Finn Balor teaming up. The club. Is this just for this night? Or are they going to be teaming up from now on? I hope they be teaming up from now on. Because it just wouldn't make sense for a one-night-only type of thing. It just wouldn't make sense to me. So, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe in a very high-impact match. It wasn't a bad match whatsoever. But, yes, they teased the whole disqualification thing more than once. Outside the ring, Roman Reigns was going to hit him with steps. Inside the ring after that, Samoa Joe pushed Roman Reigns into the referee. The referee's about to ring the bell. That didn't happen either. And, okay, fine. That's just funny. It was just hilarious to me, the way all of that happens, you know? So, Roman Reigns, a couple of Superman punches, a spear. Yeah, I mean, Samoa Joe hit the Uganagi, and he tried to choke him out, but to no avail. So, well, what do you know? In 2018, I guess this was Roman Reigns' resolution. He beat Samoa Joe on Raw and kept his Intercontinental Championship. Okay, fine. So, Paul Heyman goes up to Kurt Angle, and he's like, all right, look, if Strowman and Kane are going to team up, Brock Lesnar will be proactive, not reactive. And he said that 2018 will be the year of the Beast. Well, we'll see about that. Drew Gulak reads a message by Enzo Amore, and I'm like, finish this fucking segment as soon as fucking possible. It's boring. He tries to say, yeah, he tried to read off Enzo's catchphrases, and yeah, and I'm like, oh god, end this shit as soon as possible. So, Cedric Alexander, she's like, look, I expected a Cruiserweight Championship match, but since Enzo Amore is sick, I still seek competition. And Arya Daivari is already in there with Drew Gulak. It's like, look, if you want competition, then you need to find a partner, and you don't have any friends anywhere. And yeah, okay. So, Goldust comes out. Goldust? Saying that he has friends in low places, and he asked Cedric Alexander to be his friend. So, it will be an impromptu tag team match with 3 Cruiserweights and Goldust. Which, Goldust and Cedric Alexander actually win, and there's nothing to that. I mean, it's just like, Why? Why did this actually take place? They had to fill the void for a Cruiserweight Championship match that was supposed to take place, and that didn't. Still, garbage. So, you get Elias and the Jizzards wasting time in the ring with singing and cowbells and ringing bells, and I'm just like, end this shit as soon as possible. And apparently The Miz is going to be coming back next week. Who fucking cares about that? What's going to happen with Elias? Elias is going to lose to Miz Taraj and then be absolutely nothing because they won't have him win matches. They won't have him take place in actual good-ass feuds. What's going to happen with that? But the club basically decimates Elias and the Jizzards. Duh. So, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman actually closed the show. Wow, was that Raw's New Year's resolution? We gotta have the Universal Champion at the end. So, they get that. Lesnar and Heyman comes out, and basically this was a wash, rinse, repeat of what Lesnar was being in 2017. And Heyman points that out. You stack the deck against Brock Lesnar with, you know, the Monster and the Machine and the Beast. Okay, but you stack the deck against Brock Lesnar because no one can take him out one-on-one. So you do this, but if I'm a betting man, I'll still bet 100% on Brock Lesnar. Okay, fine. So, Kane actually fucking comes out alone. He gets in the ring. He actually chokeslams Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar out, Kane was going to leave. Brock Lesnar sits up, grabs the belt, knocks Kane over the fucking top rope, and before a brawl can ensue, all the low mid-carders come out and they separate the two, and that ends the show. Very anticlimactic ending for our first Monday Night Raw of 2018. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, fine. Yeah. So, this was supposed to be some Royal Rumble hype, and all through the show they had women talking about, okay, Bayley, you had Sasha, you had Absolution talking about the women's Royal Rumble match, and again, it really doesn't mean anything at this point. I'm just sorry, it just fucking doesn't. But that was the first Raw of 2018. Do you agree or disagree with my opinions? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Please leave a comment below. I'm always open for a debate about wrestling. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. 2018, man. Oh, gee. Yeah. WWE just picked up right where they left off. But, did you expect anything different? Drop kicks, body slams, throw motherfuckers over top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.